of I got a resin alternative for you guys. I'm going to show you how I took some beautiful little poured canvases and turned them into the appearance of waves using a resin alternative that is so fun and so easy to use. It is non-toxic to humans, safe for pets, no odors. You guys are going to want to stick around to check this out. But first, have you seen the videos I've been doing on creativefabrica.com? These are exclusive art tutorials. You guys, the acrylic paint pouring mixing tutorial is epic. It's like nothing I've ever done. If you're into that sort of thing, this is the most recent class that I just put out, Batik inspired gel prints. creativefabrica.com. It's really super inexpensive. It's like $8 to access all the classes. Not just my classes, but everyone's class. Hundreds of classes for $8. It's a huge deal. It's amazing. And so I just wanted to share that with you. This is my most recent class, but I have a lot of classes. And so I just wanted to make sure you knew about them so you can come join me over on creativefabrica.com. The last thing I want to talk about is the upcoming show, Art Healing Hearts Auctions. You guys, I cannot express how epic this is going to be. Look at all the artists with all their amazing artwork. This is just a sample. Each artist has, 7 to 10 pieces that they're submitting, including myself, and you're going to recognize some of us, and some of us are going to be brand new to you, but you have to check it out. Even if you don't want to bid on anything, join the Facebook group, come in, show your support for all the artists, and I can't wait to see you there on March 17th through the 21st. Thank you so much. Now let's talk about Wynn Modern Art, WynnModernArt.com, and this is the Luxe WaterFX, the resin alternative I was telling you about. This is a clear, non-toxic, wet shine polymer that acts a lot like resin, and oh my gosh, I got so many fun little things. Look at these cute little iridescent beads. They're all different sizes, so they look like bubbles. I'm going to play around with those in one of the little paintings that I'm going to show you, but my gosh, you could go crazy on this website. There's so many pretty things, and everything has a really special quality to it, things that you don't see other places, and really beautiful. Wynn Modern Art and Luxe WaterFX is what you're looking for. So the first thing you want to do for this pour, I'm going to show you the pour. Both of the pours of these paintings, this is just a little flip cup, and I'm going to go through all the colors in the second little painting, but this is just a cute little flip cup. Not focused too much on the pours here because a lot of it was off camera. Well, slightly off camera, so I'm sorry, I just didn't realize that I was a little bit off camera, but look at all the pretty lacing on this one. That lacing is happening from the white that I used and also the Folk Art Treasures line, the blue. It could be sapphire or something, I'm not sure exactly what the name of that paint is called, but it's Folk Art Treasures line, and every single one of the metallic paints from that line is just lovely, 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 and they make a lot of sales. So yeah, see, I'm a bit off camera. I can tell you that there is ultramarine blue, copper, the Treasures line, and white for sure in this piece. And these cute little canvases are by Arteza, and you can find those at Arteza. Aren't they adorable? They're just really, really cute. So here's the dried results I want to show you. So it already had that look, so I wanted to beach it up a little bit. I thought, oh, this looks like the ocean. So the first thing you do is mix white paint with Floetrol only, just white paint. It doesn't matter what kind of white paint it is. And now the WaterFX in a small cup, you don't need very much. It's a really cool effect. And the way you do it is drizzle a little of the white paint Floetrol mixture, and see how tiny? Just a little bit. And then you turn your cup a few times. Just turn it gently. You don't overmix this part. And then you literally, I poured it along that line that kind of looks like the water line there. And it's just right before your eyes turns into these lovely waves. And if you get part of your painting, you're like, oh, it's just too white, or there's just not enough, it's just too much right there, it doesn't look realistic, or something like that. You just take it and boop, just add a little bit more of the Luxe WaterFX. And then I just took a little thin layer and spread it all over the painting, the sides, and just a micro thin layer, and then made sure that the whole canvas was covered. And I wish I could say it was more complicated than this, but it's not. That's how easy it is. It's really, really an easy product. I noticed that it does start to get really sticky around 11 minutes in, so you don't have a lot of working time. You don't need to heat it up at all. It looks a little cloudy, but it dries absolutely perfectly clear, so don't worry about that. If it looks a little cloudy to you, it won't look like that when it's dried. And look at how pretty, just the little waves. And now I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use some of those little iridescent little glass beads. They might be glass, look how tiny they are, or they might be plastic, but either way, the thing I love about these, and I haven't seen this before, is they're all different sizes. So there's just like baby microscopic, like the size of a pinhead, all the way up to those bigger ones that you see there. So you get the real effect, because bubbles aren't just all one size. There are a lot of different sizes, so you really get that pretty effect there. I love that. And the WaterFX acts like a glue, so you don't have to worry about those coming off when the canvas dries. They just stick beautifully, and they are not coming up. And look at how pretty that is. So it just looks like a wave crashed upon a sandy beach, and a bunch of little bubbles appeared. As always, the links to the products are in the description box if you're wanting to know where to get these things. Now there's the Folk Art Treasures Gold Line Blue. I think it might be called Sapphire, forgive me, I'm not sure. But this is the Primary Elements Caribbean Mist, and that's just mixed with Floetrol. And then let's go through, these are the paints I used in the first one. Oh, Seafoam Green is a new addition to this painting. Amsterdam Titanium White, I'm sure that helps with the lacing as well, and that's again mixed with Floetrol. Mysterious Blue, which is no longer made, and then the Phthalo Turquoise Golden, and the Golden Copper, and a little bit more white on the top right there. So this is a little flip cup with a little drizzle around the cup. It's basically a flip and lip kind of a thing. You can see I didn't really pull it fast, but man, I couldn't probably recreate these results if I tried. It's one of those times where you just get the happy little accident. I wasn't even really going for a beach theme. It just happened. But look at that seafoam, that line of seafoam green in there. It just made the most beautiful oceanic feeling to it. You can see it popping up off and on all over that painting, and I love that. Here's the dried results of that one. So let's make some waves. And again, we're going to use the Luxe WaterFX Clear. This is the non-toxic wet shine, and that's my white paint with the Floetrol only mix. Put that in a little bit of a little tiny cup, and bigger cup if you have a bigger painting, and drizzle a little of the white paint. Turn, 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 just a few times. A little bit more if you're feeling uncomfortable, like you don't have enough, and then lay it over your painting. And again, I just added a little strip in there where I thought, it would be pretty to have a more of a clear watery effect. And that's all I did. You can use probably an airbrush, or you might be able to blow it a little bit with a cool hair dryer. You don't need any heat for this one, or a straw or something. But for waves, yeah, I mean, you could. This was a tiny little canvas. I didn't need to do that. You can use your finger and just spread it out. And now I have these gorgeous little waves. Isn't that pretty? I can't wait to try this out with some other paintings and see how it works. I know you can use alcohol inks with it, and pigments. You can use different colors. You don't have to just use white. I just chose white because these are the little paintings I had, and I wanted to try out the wave. So you'll see more of this Luxe WaterFX as I play around with it. It's so pretty. Tips and tricks for using the WaterFX. The first one we already talked about, and the second one. For paintings that have this little piggy or primary element, seal the surface with a coat of sealant to prevent the pigment bleeding. Also, WaterFX works with paint, alcohol inks, glitter, mixed media elements. It has a strong bonding agent, so it's gluable. And yeah, this is a really fun product to work with. I can't wait to see. This is the dried results. See how shiny and glass-like? I almost think you could put a second coat on there. I haven't tried it yet, but look how pretty that turned out. Now this next little canvas, I did get a little bit of bleeding with the primary elements. It actually looks pretty anyway, but I didn't plan for that, even though I think it turned out really beautiful. So I would have to seal that with a seal coat first, but look how pretty that ended up looking. If you like these videos and want to see more, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a tip in the tip jar. Most importantly, I'll see you at the show, Art Healing Hearts Auctions on Facebook, March 17th through the 21st. Bye, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit all notifications so I can make more art videos just for you.